Hello, welcome back to Real Estate with Profu.com. As evergreen, I am Uzoma Amarachi.
And I'm Purity Obira.
So, our conversation today is something very important, and we deeply feel to bring this to your notice because as of last week, you heard about the recent demolition in Lagos.
Yes, I did.
Where 13 houses were demolished in an estate. That was so sad.
I know.
Gosh, like if you were the one in that situation, of course you can't be the one because you are aware.
I wouldn't be the one in that situation because I feel like I know the right steps to take when trying to acquire a property. So I don't think.
Yeah, but do you really think that people don't ask questions when they want to acquire? Like you don't know what documents you look out for, or what? Like you just have the money and you're buying anything.
I think so. God, a part of me says yes. A lot of people do. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but I mean it is what it is. That's why people tend to fall into the hands of scammers.
Sure.
Because they do not know
the
right questions to ask or what to look at, exactly what to look out for when trying to get a property. So.
Very true, very true. Okay, so because of this recent demolition, we are trying to let our clients know what documents to look out for when buying a property, right? So there are a lot of documents, and I think that it applies probably different things for different states, right? So we would be telling you documents that you should look out for if you want to buy a property in Abuja, right? So like I said it earlier on that it might be different for different states. So Abuja makes use of square meters, not like other states that say 50 by 50, 100, all those kind of things. So if you live in Abuja, you probably have heard square meter. This property is 600 square meter, it's 500 square meter, and a lot of square meters involved. Yeah. So probably if you live in Lagos or any other state, you could Google to check up what is applicable in your state, or probably ask a real estate.
I mean, there should be agencies, even if you can't find like agent, because I don't know what there should be.
Yeah, there should be. And it makes me remember our last video where you talked about consulting, meeting. Like people don't go out like.
But then what if?
Go out?
Because some people will say, "Oh, how would you know a genuine real estate firm?"
Yeah.
Because trust me,
there are a million of them.
Trust me, there are some scammers that do anything to actually
like wolves in sheep clothing.
They're genuine. So I sometimes I don't actually blame people falling into the wrong hands because people are mean in this country.
Sure.
I would say another option is probably to go to these agencies like we mentioned before. Here in Abuja we have Aegis, we have
FCDA, Development
Control. So you could actually just go there and ask them, okay, what documents should I look out for? What kind of questions should I ask?
But it also baffles me, like, don't you have friends who buy properties? Don't you have siblings who must have bought one genuine property and you should have someone?
You
should know. I think you should know. And probably consult. It's not because you have money and you just want to buy anything that someone markets or advertises to you.
That's actually one of the reasons why we give our clients the opportunity to go and do their research before purchasing
a property
from us.
All right. So, what documents are applicable in Abuja?
So first off, I would say number one should be a building plan. When buying a property, whatever property it is, make sure that that property has a building plan approval from any of these agencies. That's number one.
Because I feel like for an estate or 13 houses to be demolished in an estate, wasn't there no building approval from any reliable source? No building approval. You didn't ask questions. You just in an estate like
another thing
crazy.
is I feel like I think we mentioned this before. Another reason why buildings get to be demolished is when you do not follow the prototype.
Yeah, true.
Even if you have a building plan approval and you do not follow the prototype that is being provided, or they give you a certain what's it called, a certain measurement for what you should build on, and then you feel, oh, this is just a little bit. We can, you know, or you build on the road, or another thing is the layout. Yeah, you need to also follow the current layout. Like for instance, in Abuja, when someone builds using an AMAC layout, and then the property gets recertified by FCDA. FCDA has a different layout.
True.
FCDA has a different layout. So if you use AMAC layout to build, just be expecting that.
Yeah, true.
Your property will be demolished.
So you know what? I always know that we look out for our clients. I don't want to like put it up as a hype, but then we have videos talking about what's safe ways to buy properties, right? And we also have another video where we talked about things that could attract the government to either demolish your building or to mark your building up for demolition. So I think we look out for you, so you should just go check those videos. It's going to be on our
make things easier.
Subscribe. So documents to look out for now. Like you talked about having a building approval from appropriate sources, right? So aside that, what else?
I would say the right of occupancy or the certificate of occupancy.
So I feel like a lot of people, I don't know if it's misplacing or I don't know if they don't understand what right of occupancy means or certificate of occupancy. Could you throw more light on what
just as say right of occupancy?
No, you know, there are clients who will say, oh, if it's not certificate of occupancy, I don't want. Right of occupancy is bad.
So apparently, right of occupancy comes before certificate of occupancy. It's just like you're writing WAEC or you're writing JAMB or something. You have to go through RFO, the right of occupancy, to get the C of O. The C of O is like the OGA. So you have to get the RFO first and then get the C of O. So the fact that you have an RFO doesn't mean the property is not genuine. It is genuine. It just depends on the agents. Like for instance, we have FCDA, we have AMAC. So it's more advisable to get properties with FCDA, RFO,
any of the above. And now for those who probably have a property that you're looking out to buy and it has a right of occupancy document and you're thinking, oh, I want certificate of occupancy, it's very little stress. It's not even a stress at all you need to do is to upgrade it, to pay money, and then the certificate is going to be upgraded for you to a certificate of occupancy. For most estates, they don't like giving out their C of O because certain clients might want to use their properties as collateral in the bank, and definitely a bank is going to ask for certificate of occupancy. So I can't be giving you certificate of occupancy for the whole estate for you to take a collateral.
You actually have yours. You can have
your personal. So you are safe. If the estate you're trying to buy from has right of occupancy, you're very, very safe. All you need to do is to make your own or just apply and upgrade it to certificate of occupancy for your own personal use. Because I mean, no estate will want to give it to you to take a collateral, take a loan or something like like my whole estate is in your hand. Do you know what I mean? So that is one of them. So what else should they look out for? Because I mean, okay, so you know what? I've come across letter of intent, right? And I remember one of the days I was asking this letter of intent, what does it even mean? So Mr. Promise was explaining to me that this letter of intent is just, you know what, just the government giving to you to know that the property is kind of legit, but it's not as strong as having a C of O. Yes, in Abuja.
Yeah, in Abuja. I don't know about other cities, but here in Abuja, those are the two major things. Now, when you get those documents, or you get like a file number or something, you have the opportunity to go verify.
Yes, that's what agency is for, you guys.
It's very important. Verify for yourself and know that okay, this property is legit. You actually don't even need letter of intent or whatever. No, you don't need that. Those
So
are
there are
basic things you need.
They're actually properties that treat me like I'm so excited and happy for those properties. For instance, like Apple Hills trips me so much because Preferred Apple has right of occupancy, that's R of O, and it has FCDA building plan and approval. So I'm like, oh my god, this property ticks all the boxes. Like there's never ever a time when FCDA is going to come and say, okay, you know what, demolish, because you've certified that this property is very good. It's not sitting, it's not on the road, it's not on anything that has to do with the federal government, it's not close to the water, it's not on any land pipe or anything, but it's just...
And funny enough, it's actually very affordable.
Yeah, to think of it, right?
It feels too good to be true.
True, yes. Sure.
Extremely affordable.
Sure.
Buying Apple Hills or buying a property in Apple Hills, like buying a property
In Guzape.
In Guzape.
Like you would say, are you playing? Are you playing? Because I mean, Guzape is 180 million.
7 million. You go to Guzape, you buy like 122. And funny enough, this property is actually very affordable. Like
very.
It's too good to be true.
True.
Because you would be buying a property in Apple Hills. It just feels like you're buying a property
in Guzape.
And Guzape, you would buy a plot of land for like 120, 150, 250 million.
Sure.
And you're just buying a property in Apple Hills for 12 million.
With the right documents. That's the only amazing thing.
FCDA approved.
Yeah, building plan and your right of occupancy. Like, what are you waiting for?
You guys need to give us our accolades.
Yeah, for real.
Nah,
for real.
Too good. Too good.
All right. So I think this is all we're going to have for today.
Yeah.
And like always, we would keep bringing you back the best video on how to acquire properties in Abuja, what to look out for. Today was for documents. So like or like we said a right of occupancy or certificate of occupancy, which is abbreviated as R of O or C of O, and then you look out for the building plan approved by FCDA. Yeah, so if you buy a property that is AMAC, please try recertify under FCDA. It's very important.
Yeah.
Like if you know what prophecy is, prophecy, very important. Recertify under FCDA before you start building, because these people can mess you up, right? So it's not a good feeling that you buy a property and you spend a huge lot of money to build, decorate the interior, aesthetics, like everything on point. And God, I most times I think about it, I'm like, these people must be going through a lot of trauma, because I mean, this place used to be my home, my safe abode, and I went. Oh God.
Another thing is that people, I have a feeling that the government, they actually give notice, prior notice for demolition. There are some people who actually, I don't know if I would call it stubbornness. They're just too stubborn, because I know a few people personally who have had issues like this, and then they get prior notice. Prior notice for demolition.
Very probably they were thinking that we can boycott it.
Yeah, but
they were thinking that we can boycott it. Yeah.
When they have you in mind, when they put your matter on their
table. Sure. So anything you're doing, so long as it's property, please go through the right way, the right channel.
Yes.
So thank you, and please, if you watch the video to this point, it means you enjoyed it.
Yes. So
it means you learned something. Please subscribe.
Like videos,
click
comment,
that button.
whatever you want to do to support us.